welcome. In today's video we're going to be looking at this, the Toyota GR86, a sports car that I've been wanting to drive for quite some time. It was released last year, and even though Toyota opened their order books, as I'm sure most of you guys know, it sold out within 90 minutes. Under the bonnet we have a 2.4 litre flat 4 engine. It's the same ingredients really as the GT86, but it's been tweaked and refined. Let's talk about the exterior. Now, the GT86 looked, let's be honest, a little bit skinny, a little bit like me. This one's seen the gym. It's been on the gear a little bit. It's got swollen front arches, new design on the wheels. We've got lightweight aluminium parts. It's got a lower centre of gravity. Come and follow me, come and follow me. Let's have a little look around. I think in the eyes personally, it looks quite good. The biggest change, even though the engine now produces more power, the biggest change are the tyres. This GR86 now runs on the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, whereas the previous GT86 ran on the Primacy Michelin tyres, the same ones that you find on a Prius. Now, it didn't give you that much grip, but in the sideways department, it made it a load more fun. 2+2 car. The interior's been changed as well. We've got new dash, we've got a track mode, but it's standard layout stuff. I mean, come in, come on. Got a new camera bloke. I got him off Fiverr. Look, it's 29,000, well, let's call it 30 grand. It's not gonna be like an amazing interior, but it works, you know? This is all about focused driving. We have got a media sound system with Apple CarPlay, got a bit of Alcantara here. In the back, we've got, oh, this is turning into one of those car wow videos. We've got rear seats. I mean, come on, have a look. Yeah, rear seats. I don't know who you're gonna put in there. You might get done for assault for whoever you put in the back. But yeah, I mean, I think it looks really nice. Definitely better looking than the previous GT86. Got to go drive it. Let's see what the GR86 it's like to drive. I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. It's going to be good, isn't it? It can't be that bad. The only crap thing about it is you can't buy one of these. Let's crack on. Right then, GR86. That engine, the Subaru flat 4 motor. It's now 2.4 litres. It's gone up by 33 pounds-feet of torque. It's gone up by 30 odd horsepower, so it's now making 231 horsepower. 0 to 60 is a second faster compared to the previous car at 6.3 seconds, and it will do 140 miles an hour. You can get it with a 6-speed manual gearbox, or you can get it with the automatic. Why would you get it with the automatic? First impressions, well, on the road, it's fairly easy to drive. In fact, it's very, very easy to drive. The GT86 is not an intimidating sports car, nor is the GR86. The impressive bit is the ride and damping. So what made the GT86 a great car? Well, it was the fact that it was usable power, and more importantly, it's a car that you can enjoy almost all of the time. Not almost, in fact, all of the time. But it wasn't perfect. The motor naturally aspirated. Flat 4 engine, it lacked grunt, it lacked torque lowdown. You had to thrash the living daylights out of it, and even then, when you were extending it at the top end of the rev range, it didn't really have an exciting soundtrack. So let me stir this manual gearbox, drop it down to second gear. Oh, hello. There we go. Straight away, it's got more torque lowdown in the rev range, which is good. It's got a nice tone to it, a nice engine note. Like all these new cars now, Toyota have had to pipe it in the cabin, which I know that's not something you want to know, but hey, it is what it is. It's within the times. But as far as new cars go, this is as back to basics as you can get. Engine revs out lovely, gear ratios are nicely stacked. Steering, it feels nice actually. It's got a nice weight to it. It's not too overly assisted or heavy. Grip levels have gone up furthermore. That's obviously down to Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. What happens when you go into this corner? Yeah, that feels good for it there. Turning is just lovely, nice, crisp, balanced. Got a little beeper to let you know that you got to change up. The engine is way more energetic. The sound, well, it's not a sonorous noise, but it's purposeful. And the fact that it's normally aspirated means that you've just got that clean power. You know what power you've got throughout the rev range. So that is always good. My slight fear was that the GT86 with its Michelin Primacy tyres gave the car an exaggeration that you was always on the limit, even though you was doing 20 miles an hour. Have we lost some of that in the GR86? No. Doing 50 miles an hour feels like you're doing a zillion. To put that into context, I know it's a different car, but I travelled down this same road in a current press car that I'm driving around in, a Maserati Ghibli Trofeo, which you'll see in the next video very soon. And I know that's a big 4-door saloon, but yeah, to enjoy it, you feel quite inert and you're going at a fair rate, where if things start to go out of hand, it could get a little bit messy. This though, it just feels like you're going a zillion miles an hour when you don't. But there's a much more crispness to the GR86. Everything feels way more precise, less harsh, more delicate. There's actually a quality to the damping and suspension. The turning is just really nice. It's one of those cars that caters to all driver abilities. Racing car driver, you're gonna have a ball of a time. Unexperienced driver, you're still gonna have a ball of a time. My mother will have a ball of a time. It's just got that edge, a really nice chassis that caters to all driver skill sets, which is very, very hard in a car. This is the perfect learning tool to learn for stuff like drifting, stuff like track days. And the performance now, the GR86, in my opinion, is a quick car. 6.3 seconds to 60, 140 miles an hour. But more importantly, you can use the first 3 gears without breaking the law. This 6-speed manual gearbox, it's nice, it's precise, it's slightly notchy. It requires you a little bit of effort to get it into the right gear. Not too much, but it's perfect. The pedal layout, exact same from the GT86, which means that heel and toe is absolutely delicious. I don't want to sound like one of them blokes, oh, old cars are better, blah, 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 but in many respects they are. For what I want from a car, I'm much more about how it feels, how it drives, how it steers, rather than just blown out performance. I love high horsepower cars, who doesn't? And we do feature them on the channel, but I do want something that I can use, I can enjoy. I can stir a manual gearbox, I can wring the engine's neck, and this does that for me. It is spot on. And what Toyota have done is that they have listened. They have listened about all of the drawbacks of the GT86 and they've ironed it out. A little bit like the Honda Civic Type R FL5. Nothing wrong with the FK8, but they just ironed out all those bits and made it perfect. Same with this car. Seating position is excellent. What's nice is you can feel what the rear end is doing, the back axle, so you can feel the car rotating. There's a nice sense of communication in the GR86, and no matter what speed you're driving, you're having a good time. You're just enjoying it, whether that's just stirring the manual gearbox, whether that's just heeling and towing, whether that's just pitching it into the corner, off the brakes, on the gas. You can just feel the car squatting. The GT86 could do that, but this one is just that little bit more polished. And now, 4th gear at 2 and a bit thousand RPM, I can put my foot down and I've got a sense of urgency now. Whereas in the old car, it was quite harsh. And the soundtrack, oh, it just sounded like it was about to blow up or break. It was a little bit cement mixery. Obviously, this isn't the most sonorous car in the world, but it's a lot better. I like the dial readouts. I love the fact that you've got a track mode. It's got quite a lot of road noise, but then it's a sports car after all. But you wouldn't have any problems driving this to the Nürburgring. having a good time, whether that's sunshine or wet and rainy, and driving all the way back, and then driving on some mountain roads along your route. Perfect. You can see why this car was sold out within 90 minutes, because it's just excellent. On paper, I knew it was going to be good, but sometimes you just got to jump in them to see what it's like. I like the GR86. It's a nice sized car. It doesn't feel too big at all. You can thread it down country lanes. The ride quality is superb. The gear shift's excellent. The engine, not the best sounding engine in the world, but it sounds purposeful. And this 2.4 litre units with 231 horsepower, and the fact that they put the torque peak lower down in the RPM range means that you've got more grunt. It feels quick in my opinion. 6.3 seconds to 60 is more than enough for public road driving. You can take it to a track day, and the best bit of it all is the fact that if you service it at a Toyota main dealership, you get a 10-year warranty. Brilliant. It is a cracking car, and I need to drive one again on a track to see what it's like when you drive it like a complete bell end. That should be the next video, and if you want to see that, put a comment in the comment box. And if you like this video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Anyway, I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon enjoying driving this GR86. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, folks, see you later.